Oh, Gurl! Hello there, it's me, the Velvet Snatch for Gurl Global at Alnwick Gardens for Mr. Gay Great Britain 2025. And I'm joined by one of our delectable contestants, the wonderful
Andrew.
Now. Can you tell us a bit about yourself? Actually, can you describe yourself in one sentence?
Oh, that's a hard question. That's a hard.
That could be the answer. That's a hard question.
Right.
It leads on to intrigue.
Can I describe myself? I'll say I'm kind. I'm a masculine man. And I'm black.
Yeah. Now, what inspired you to enter Mr. Gay Great Britain?
For those reasons, I think for me, I've grown up at a time where, and still at a time where I don't feel like I see when I see representations of what gay is, I don't see myself in those representations, and I think I suffered a lot of mental health around it because, especially within both communities, gay and straight, is because I walk into gay spaces and they say you're straight acting, and I remember the first time hearing the terminology straight acting, I was just like, what does that even mean? Does that mean I'm acting to talk to the girls? And I was just like, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's just like I think there's this ideology that both heterosexual people have, both gay people have, what a gay person looks like. So you see someone, you be like, that person's gay.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, because you're now assuming that you know who that person's sleeping with.
Yeah.
And so the ideology of gay is just an attraction to the same sex.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's just like, the reason why I wanted to end it, because there's a lot of guys I feel that look and sound like me and come from the same type of environment, not just only in London, but different cities in the world. We subscribe to this notion of masculinity, and with that, it comes the idea of you can't be gay because you can't be a masculine man and be gay. And then in the gay community, you're too masculine, so you're not gay enough. Yeah. And so for me, it's just being able to live in your masculinity, being able to own it, and still say, you know what, I'm a gay man. I think for me, it was important for me to be able to have that representation, and even if I just be able to reach out to just one person that says, you know what, I identify with you, and you made me feel comfortable enough to be like, you know what, I'm gonna live in my authentic self. And that for me was the most important reason for actually doing this pageant.
I think it's a great reason. It's it's a representation across all gamuts of the gay community.
Yeah.
I mean, out of all of the things that you're doing for the competition, what are you most excited about? Come in a bit closer.
Okay. I'm excited about different things. I think the exam is one of the ones that I'm excited about the most, because I think it's important to understand and learn the history of where the movement and everything has come from, in order for you to really understand what the cause is. Because it's all right doing the pride parties and the competitions, but if you don't have an understanding of what this is all about, it almost kind of makes it pointless.
Yeah,
it's just what I'm saying. So for me, like doing the research and the reading up and making sure that I understand the space that I'm actually coming into and understand the struggles and the history before it, because I will say there's a little bit of privilege that I do have being a masculine man as well, because I can walk into a space and not feel unsafe.
Yeah.
And it's just and so for me, is being able to understand that there was a time and place where 40, 50 years ago, some people wouldn't be able to walk the streets without getting beaten up or death to some places, and that still happens in some places in the world to this day where it's actually illegal. And so for me, it's important for me to really understand all of that in order for us to be able to say, okay, you know what, we understand the movement, this is why we're going forward with it.
And what about the other aspects of the competition, like the fundraising? Have you got any ideas for that, or any events lined up?
You know, I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think that's gonna be the most challenging part for me, because you know what it is. I think it's a level of having to put myself out there and do the stuff and do the fundraising. And so you know what, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna try my hardest, people, but I'm gonna do the best that I can to do the fundraising and make because the charities are great charities, especially the North Action charity,
Pride Action North, yeah.
Pride Action North charity. I think it helps people. The idea of helping people with their mental health and the struggles that they go through. I would have loved to have a charity that support me in the way that I do things, like the way that I manage my mental health, because it was therapy that got me to a place of comfortability, and I had to pay out of pocket for that. So being able to go to somewhere that can give me that advice or mental health support would be great.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah.
But how about the runways then? Have you got any ideas for the runways yet? Have you got... Yeah, we might need to just lose the sash. Like it's not playing ball.
Oh, the runways is the most stressful thing.
Oh my! No.
It's just like, you know what it is? I just feel like I'm gonna try my hardest. You know what it is? I'm gonna try my hardest, but the runway, you know what it is? I'm a simple guy. I like simple things. And so for me, it's just like, I feel like I might be too boring for the runway. But I don't know. I'll see what I'll come up with. But
you can look glamorous. You can look absolutely wonderful. You know, you looked amazing yesterday. We had your bling watch on and whatnot. Like, just bring that to the runway. You know, distract them with the bling.
Okay, you know what? I might do something like that, you know, definitely. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's an element. I mean, when I've seen the winners before, you had Paul, that's done it, Paul Dennison. When I saw some of his videos on his creativity, I respect those people that have done it, because it isn't a creative element that you're bringing out of yourself and, you know, bringing into the space. So I'm interested to see how I challenge myself in that area.
I think that's it's the challenge. It's the getting out of your comfort zone for a good cause, you know, and kind of learning new stuff. Like when I did it, I learned so many things and learned how to do stuff that I would never have learned how to do, purely because you're in this race, you know, you're trying to raise money for a good cause.
Because even the social media rule they asked us to do last time, that stressed me out. I was like, I don't know what to do with this. So I just came up with this concept and this idea with my cameraman Nev. Shout out to Nev. And we came up with this concept, and I guess it worked for us, and so we just went with that. But it was stressful even thinking about it.
Well, I thought it was brilliant. But so, what would it mean to you to win the competition?
I think for me to win the competition, it would mean that I can have a platform where I can talk about, you know, mental health around in men, of men that, you know, that I see that are like myself, being able to go into spaces and, you know, give them a place where they can come and have these conversations, real conversations, and help like the agenda of countries that are still illegal, where homosexuality is illegal, and, you know, help the agenda to, like, you know, legalize it in those countries. That's ideally, hopefully, where I would like to take it long term.
Yeah. I think that's a great aspiration. And finally, do you have any advice for the queer youth, like the younger generations, about how to survive the world we're in at the moment? It's a big one.
It's a big one. I say one, stay true to your authentic self. Push for what you believe in. But I'm a big advocate as well of holding yourself accountable for your own BS. Because a lot of the time we do some bullshit as adults. And I always say this, it's like, because if we do this all the time, it's like, instead of us holding ourselves accountable and saying, you know what, that was a bad choice, we say it's a mistake. No, children make mistakes, adults make bad choices. And so for me, it's a balance on both sides. It's learning to live for your authentic self, and also learning to call yourself out, and, you know, giving you a better sense of peace. I think for me, is finding a place of peace is the most important thing. Because once you can find inner peace, then you can handle any situation that you're around, whether it's someone coming at you, and someone coming at you and you not having to attack back. That's a sense of not living in your ego. Yeah. Because I think once we all do it, we all live in our ego. We all want to be right. We all want to be this. But when we learn not to live in our ego, it brings us a sense of peace. I don't have to be right. Yeah. I don't. You know. That's it.
What does winning that argument mean? You know. Like, what does it get me?
I'm not going to get no money for it.
Yeah.
So it's pointless for me. So you know what? You're right. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And keep it pushing. And so I think for me, inner peace is the most important thing that I would say that I'll give to young people today. Find inner peace, and And it's just anything that disturbs your peace, run a mile from it. Bad relationships as well, anything.
No, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for speaking to me, Andrew, and good luck in the rest of the competition.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate you.